hello, but episode. Yeah, as you can see from the title, it's getting kind of hot. Wait, let me. Okay, so today we're gonna go through Luke chapter 20. Yeah, I'm gonna go straight to the title, which is the rejected ones. Alright, so we're gonna jump straight to verse 17. Verse 17. Jesus looked directly at them and asked, "Then what is the meaning of that which is written? The stone the builders rejected has become the capstone." Yeah, so Jesus was talking about, talking about a parable. Tell the people this parable: a man planted a vineyard, rented it to some farmers, and went away for a long time. Where is it? Yeah, went away for a long time. At harvest that time, he sent servant to the tenants so they would give him some of the fruit of the vineyard. But the tenants beat him and sent him away empty-handed. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. So wait. Yeah. Okay. So so if you guys don't know the story, so it's so in the end there wait, I'm just gonna shoot. So in the end the tenant the owner of the vineyard said, "What shall I do? I will send my son whom I love, perhaps they will respect him." So they send the son, and then they killed him instead. He will come and kill those tenants and give the vineyards to others. When the people heard this, they said, "May this never be." Yeah. So Jesus is talking about a church. Uh, the temple courts, yeah, which is what we know not for, what we know as church. Okay. I actually don't know where does this the word church came from, to be honest. But yeah, what Jesus has been what Jesus means from this parable is about like so the son can be directly translates to Jesus, like represents Jesus, and the owner of the vineyard will be like God. Okay, so Jesus, so they will, so the people wanted to kill the son to take the vineyards. Okay, yeah, that's how people are. People usually, we that's why we really need to understand the word of God and really have to live the word of God, because if we don't live the word of God, we all of us, we are greedy beings. We wanted more, we wanted to take, but we don't want to give. Okay, so even though we were taught to give, to help people, but then why not a lot of people wouldn't want to do that? Because all of us, we are greedy, we want something in return. Okay, so when we give, we wanted something in return, so it became a kind of like a reward system, so that's why like in companies, usually they have like company trips, like target trips, like if you achieve this kind of sales, you will get trips. Okay, so yeah, we wanted a lot of things for ourselves. Okay, but we didn't think of others. Okay, so when it comes to so Jesus did say this: the stone the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. I actually googled this up. I don't really know what does it mean, like but what does it really mean? But then after I google it up, really makes sense. It's talking about like the builders, usually they use stones, right? So the stones that they're not using it, they don't really use are cornerstones, meaning the stones that they don't really use are usually the ones that are precious. So it's the same thing, like when it comes to like you see KFC, Colonel Sanders, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, all the big names, right? They always go through some sort of a rejection. Like Steve Jobs, I rewatched the movie Jobs last night. It's one of my favorite movies. I don't know why it got so many hate, but I love it. I love the acting and the story of it. Yeah, so Steve Jobs has been rejected by his own friends and the members of the board, but because he thinks a lot for the company, okay, he's actually more of a selfless person than selfish. He doesn't care about his needs. He cares about others, and he thinks about what are the things, what's good for others, what's good for people. But then it's just that some of the people can't understand him, can't really understand him, because I think his level of understanding is actually quite high, like when it comes to doing things. Yeah. So but this is like something that we can debate on a lot, but then you cannot deny that he's one of the greats. He does a lot for all of us. I mean, I'm using his, if he if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this live stream at all. I wouldn't be using this laptop, and Apple has been in my life for quite some time already, like ever since then. So that was like I was one of the cool kids. But yeah, regardless, um so that kind of like subconsciously influenced me to always think differently, because I always wanted to be different than others. I don't want to do the same things as others, okay? But the thing is, there's always need to be a fine line um between um between wanting to do your stuff and doing other people's stuff, okay? Yeah, so that's what I've talked about in like my previous episodes, like the biggest challenge for all of us is to make the stuff that people want us to do to become what we wanted to do, okay? Because like that, like for example, when people knock on your door wanting you to do wanting your service, okay, they want to buy your service or buy your product, okay? Yeah. So let's say for service, for example, like people look for me for videos, and if I don't believe in the video, it's very hard for me to do it. And because and sometimes because you really need the money, so that's why you go and accept it, okay? Not to say we're doing nothing illegal, okay? We're doing legal stuff, but it's just something that I don't really believe in, like their company and the video itself. It doesn't really represent me, so how do I turn that into something that I really wanted to do, okay? So that's how I find common ground. I educate my customers. I tell him or her, like, what would be nicer to include in the video. So in the end, it became our video, and I wouldn't be I would love I how to say, it's easier for me to share it out to my friends as well, like my circle of influence. Yeah, if I really believe in the video, yeah, if I'm very proud of the video, if I'm very proud of the product that we've created. Yeah, if something that we created that we're not proud of, that I'm not proud of and you are proud of, then it's a one-way win. It's not a win-win thing. Yeah. So this is the challenge for all of us, all for everyone, I would say. Yeah, for us to agree on something, or for us to communicate. Communication can be easy and can be hard at the same time. Depends on how you look at it. And I would say communication is a very part of crucial part of being human, okay? Of life. Yeah, you see, like for example, the word of God is communicating through the Holy Bible. Yeah, and God can communicate with us through so like I've talked about this with my uncle before. Like a leader or a boss or someone who is very wealthy can make millions just by knowing how to talk to people. Yeah, if like you cannot say you disagree, because it's true. If someone knows how to get their ways into talking to people, persuade them, or to give them value, like if they understand you enough, if they understand you how to talk to you enough, they can go far, okay? Yeah, so that's why influencers like these days, they communicate through non-verbal, okay? What do I mean by that? Like having a nice face, okay? So when it comes to verbal communications, it might not be as influential as the face, you know. So that's why, like, so the influencers, so-called influencers we have these days, I seriously would love to question them. What are they influencing? This is a very big question. What are you influencing? What is your influence? Yeah, because if you don't know what are you influencing, then how can you call yourself an influencer? If you call yourself an influencer, just by the numbers, just by how many followers you have on Instagram, or how many, just by the numbers, right? Then I seriously don't know, man. Then how can you call yourself an influencer if you just focus on the numbers? Okay, having true influence is helping someone's life get how to say, it's making someone's lives much better. Like if you're providing a service or or selling a product, right? You're helping that someone to be better. Or if you're like selling like nutritional stuff or anything like this kind of products, right? You are not just selling it to them. You are actually helping that person to be healthier through these products. Okay, not that I support these kind of products, but then sometimes you really need these kind of products. Okay, but anyways, this is so these are the influences that we should constantly ask ourselves. There's always people that we influence. Okay, we are all influencers. Okay, not just like all those self-claimed influencers. Okay, we are all influencers in we influence our parents, we influence our friends, our family, everyone around us. Okay, even out in the streets, like strangers. Okay, like if you have a if you have a weird outfit, weird apparel, right? You're influencing someone that you've never seen before. Yeah. So it depends on what kind of influence you want to amplify. Okay, you want to even elevate that influence. Like, are you having a good influence to people, or are you having a bad influence on people? So so these are the things that we should constantly ask ourselves as like as like as people. Okay, as humans. Yeah. And I think I'm kind of straying away from the rejected part, but what I mean is like what happens after rejection, after you've been rejected? Yeah, so that's the big question. Last time when I was in high school, when I was in uni, I thought when I got rejected by some girl that I like, it's like it's the end. Like no one likes me anymore. Okay, but if I don't get rejected, I wouldn't focus on what I want next. Okay, which is filmmaking, and which makes me delve deeper into filmmaking, and which makes me who I am right now. Okay, I am not gonna say that I'm successful, in a sense. Okay, in the sense of like filmmaking in my way. Okay, but I am satisfied. Okay, I am satisfied where I am, but I'm not successful. I don't want to be successful. I want to always strive for the next best thing, but I am comfortable and satisfied with where I am. Okay, yeah. I am successful in my life. Okay, but I'm not successful in my career, and I don't want to be successful in my career. I guess that's what I mean, because I want to always strive. Yeah. Yeah. So rejection is one thing. So if you see, Jesus was rejected by a lot of people in the end. Jesus was crucified. Jesus was he was being, yeah, so Jesus was crucified, Jesus was killed in the end, but then he resurrected from the dead. Okay, and became stronger, and he became a testimony for people. And I didn't know what happened after that. It's gonna be in the book of Acts, like what happens. Oh, but Jesus, like what Jesus commands the disciples to do after that, like after he's been resurrected. Yeah, so we're gonna look into that right after John. Yeah, so but yeah, he so we should see how Jesus deals with it. he came back stronger and as ever. But when he was rejected, he got he gone through that um like head on and strongly, yeah, and he came out strongly as well, yeah. So we always need to have this strong mentality, strong physicality. Oopsie. Time's up. Yeah. So we always we have to remember to be strong and know our principles, like who we are. Okay. So today I wrote down in my notes to start my day. Okay, I used to have a very long list of like things to start my day, like, whoa, I'm gonna be excited, I'm gonna be I'm gonna, I'm gonna do much. But then now I try to do something different, which I think this is gonna stick with me for some time. So I ask myself for questions like, what good can I do today? Probably in the end of the day, I can ask myself, what good had I done today? What did I do today? Okay, am I present? Do I listen more than I speak? Do I think about others more than myself? Yeah. So these are the questions that I would like to live, and I would like to answer each and every day. Like, am I present? Or do I listen more than I speak? Or if I'm not present, then why am I not present? Yeah. So is it because I think about my future a lot, or my past? Do I listen more than I speak? Do I think about others more than myself? And then after that, remember who you are. I got this out of Lion King. Yeah. So I'm a servant of God. I'm a student. I'm a business. I'm an investor. I'm a filmmaker. So I think 5 traits will be enough. I can be a lot more. I can say I'm a cook. I'm a runner. I'm a what. But I'm just gonna stick with these first. These are the most important ones, I think. Like servant of God. So I should do things that serves God. Student, I should be constantly always learning. Business, I am a business. Investor, I invest in stuff. Filmmaker, I story tell. I create stories. Okay, yeah, I document stories. I create stories. I document stories. I develop stories. But yeah, anyways, these are the things I would say it's very good for now. Gonna polish it up day by day, see if I can. First, I try to go to my notes to read it every day, like my before these. But it's like 10 things, and it became more of a hassle than a reminder, to always go back to your notes. And other than that, I've created another one, which is the Holy Bible verses, like the verses that I really like, or the verses that that I wanted to remember. So every time I've have a verse that I would love to remember, then I write it down. It can be after the live stream. It can be our morning prayer, which is great. Yeah. So I want to make this a habit, like to write down all the Bible verses, so that whenever I'm down or whenever I'm kind of lost, we can get lost, okay, in everything that we are doing. So I can always go back to the Word of God, like for Philippians chapter 1:12, we read about this morning. It's really so good. Now I want you to know, brothers and sisters, that what has happened to me has actually served to advance the gospel. Wow. In verse 14, and because of my chains, most of the brothers and sisters have become confident in the Lord, and dare all the more to proclaim the gospel without fear. Yeah. And Psalm 143, verse 8, let the morning bring me the word of your unfailing love. Morning, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I entrust my life. Wow, this is so good, so good. Yeah. Okay, my time is up, and I have to move. I have a shoot to go to later. And thanks for the view. Yeah, we have 2 viewers right now. Yeah, thanks for watching the video on Facebook. I should definitely set a time for like when I go live, so that it's gonna be consistent. Oh, for now, I'm just gonna get into the habit. I'm still fixing this system for the daily word. I think this system is pretty great. It's not an hour, not 30 minutes. It's like 20 or 15 minutes, which is short and straight to the point, I guess. Yeah. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, or follow my Facebook page. I'm gonna do more of these live streams. I'm gonna do it every day. I'm thinking of doing something special with this channel as well on YouTube. But yeah, we'll see how. And yeah, I guess that's it. May God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow.